Hi. So we've been working on this a lot. A lot. I'm trying to get it. Okay, bear with me here. I'm trying to get it all the way down this street. And hopefully I'll be able to do that today. Not on this stream, but, you know, hopefully I'll be able to do this today. It's taking forever. Hold on. We'll get there, I promise. There'll be the back of a big old church on the right side. When I build it the second time, I'm gonna try to build it, see, wait there. Anyway, when I build the second time, I'm gonna try to build it to where it looks like it's, see, okay, so, I'm gonna try to build it to where it's the size it's supposed to be, but that means it's gonna be a lot smaller, and I don't quite like that idea. Anyway, we're trying to get it from way over there to around this corner, and then the bestest thing in the whole world, we're on the main street. Isn't this awesome? We're on the main street and we're gonna be going that way. Some of you will have no idea how I made that fountain be the weird blobby thing it is. Some of you will be like, wow, she's that method to do it. So I'm going to let the others stew about that for a little while, think about that for a little while. And maybe at the end of the stream I'll tell you how I did it. It's not very nice, huh? Maybe. Okay, so yeah, I was streaming my golf, and I was like, golf with your friends, and all of a sudden, with just 2 holes to go, I just needed to do hole 17 and 18, and it cut out. The internet died, and I was like, oh man. Okay, how did we do this? I had to do it this way because otherwise it would have been on top of... Oh, it could have been on top of... Anyway, the idea is that we go over here and... I didn't even set it up. What? Oh, I didn't set it up because we're not here yet, so I don't know where to set it up from. Okay, I get it. But that's actually not the better way to do that. The better way to do that Wait, say that again?
I applied to a job yesterday.
Yeah.
They're advertising it in the email today. For me to apply to.
Okay. The way you said that just wasn't clear.
In other words, it makes no sense.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the way that you said it didn't make enough sense. Okay.
Doesn't make any sense to you, Jen?
And then, so this is a representation of our, this specifically is a representation of Schaefer Stadium at Fairfield High School. And that over there is a representation of Fairfield High School. Only problem is it fits a lot better in the space in real life than it does here in the game, so I'm a little confused, but yeah. So I came up with something really interesting. Oh, yeah, this goes up this way, down that way, up this way, down that way. But for the regular road, I came up with, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, like, the first one is a 1, and then the next one's a 2, and then the next one's a 3 fireworks going off at once, and then 4, and then 5, 6, and then 7, And it actually seems to be working pretty good. And I think it's more like a regular fireworks display that way instead of just having 1, 2, 3. But anyway, so we've got a job fair to go to today, and I was like, okay, so it's starting to get, not during the day, but, during the evening time, it's starting to get cold outside. Or at least, chillier than it has been. So, so I wanted a sweater because, just one of those zip-up sweaters, and so we got that yesterday, and I wanted a different hat because the one that I have has a Walmart symbol on it, and I don't like Walmart, and I don't want to get accused of working there. I mean, we'll shop there because they're cheaper than some of the other places, but I really don't like them and their policies because, like, they've got policies. But whenever it suits them, it's go against the policy. I don't care. This really does look like a prison.
It's the black paint.
That's not even black. That's dark gray. And I did that on purpose because that's what it feels like when you work there. I'm sorry. That's what it feels like when you work there. Like in prison where you have to wait for them I think you have to wait for them to take you to the bathroom or at least take you to the shower. I know that's for a fact. Well, I'm only questioning the go to the bathroom thing because on movies they never show where you go to the bathroom at, but, like, in movies, they never think about that kind of thing, It's just not something we talk about. It's not important to the plot, So, but anyway, like Walmart, they don't want you to go to the bathroom. They don't want you to go on your breaks. They don't want you to go on your lunch. And, we had a bunch of managers that, no, you can't go because there's a big old long line. And it's like, excuse me, I'm starving. And I've got to what they call operator lockout. So you cannot use your register because it's telling you have to go to lunch. Meaning you've hit 6 hour, 6 consecutive or 6.5 consecutive hours of work. No, I'm pretty sure it was. No, you might be right in 6. I don't know. I'm questioning it now. Anyway, we both work there, so one of us is right. Anyway. Oh, man. So anyway, it would cut you off. Well, one of the managers is like, no, you're staying here. And, she made me use her numbers. And I did not think that was okay. So one time, well, at least one time, I'm sure it happened more than once, I ended up having like an hour and no, I probably ended up having 2 hours. I probably ended up having 2 hours at the end of my night, and so it was really stupid because when you have that and you haven't had any breaks, you have to take your break. You have to take your first break first, and then take your lunch, and then take your other break. So, literally after being off being off the register for an hour and a half, I was feeling perfectly refreshed and went back for that last half an hour, and it was pretty much okay, but yeah, but before that, I was totally battery drained, and it's like, you just want to tell your manager, I am not a robot. And literally, if they got insane enough to hire me, because obviously they don't want to, but if they got insane enough to hire me again, then I am going to a t-shirt company and getting a shirt. This was a viral post a long time ago. It, just like epic viral, kind of thing. Not like horrible or anything. It said something along the lines of, due to the shortage of robots, we've hired humans and they may react badly if abused. And I think it was a little mom and pop store, if I remember correctly, but anyway, they had that in the window, and I wish somebody would have taken it dead on, because I would just go and put that oh, and it said warning at the top. Anyway, I love that post. I will totally put that on a t-shirt and hope that the person that came up with it in the first place does not mind. Okay, so I'm going to have to find the sidewalk, the stone brick. No. No, I think it's just stone, actually. Question mark, question mark. Question mark, question mark. Whoa, whoa. No. That has nothing to do with it. No, it's infested stone. So I missed it. Yeah, right here. Stone. Okay. So I don't know the names of things, but I do know what I like to use, so. Oh. Oh, okay. So I've got on permanent night. And this one has all the streetlights, or enough of the streetlights in place that you know, if I want this to be the 2026 fireworks display, which I do, I'm gonna have to. It's to celebrate 4th of July in America. Anyway, so I looked at the demographics yesterday. Speaking of that, and I found out that a lot of my people are now watching from America. So I thought that was interesting because like it was more diverse the other day. But anyway, still totally appreciative of whoever watches my streams. Oh, speaking of that, okay, so I write books as well as doing this. And, you know, if you've watched my streams at all, you'll probably know that because, you know, I bring it up in every single stream. But they are available on Amazon, and they are Pirate's Daughter. It might say the Rolling. Okay, so it might say the Rolling Sea Beginnings, Book 1, Pirate's Daughter. Same book. And then the Rolling Sea Beginnings, Book 2, Misfortune. The Rolling Sea Beginnings, Book 3, Hard Times. And then later in the series, and it's going to have a different section title. The Rolling Sea Traitor, Book 1, Esperanza's Party. The Rolling Sea Traitor, Book 2, The Island. And the one I'm working on is the Rolling Sea Traitor, Book 3, Lessons in Love. And we've gotten up to the part. Okay, so they Ashley's boyfriend broke up with her. She went to the bar. Not a good idea. I'm not a drinker though, but yeah, not a good idea. Because a lot of people, they think that they can drink their cares away, and then what? Well, what I was gonna say though is that you usually end up trying to drive, and you probably end up crashing. Oh, so that's just going to be a thing. The announcer's booth has a lot of light. Okay. I love that. These are part of my add-on. These are like the best chairs. I love them. I use them as dining room chairs. Okay, so, anyway, we're trying to figure out where the road went. Where the road goes. Did we end up at Walmart? I think we did. So we're going to follow this. We're going to go here. How did we end up back over here? I am confused. Okay. And then we're going to hop the fence. There we go. So that's the problem with me going in a certain direction, because I'm like, you know, okay, that's the town hall. You know, like, I get confused of where I am on the map. Did I go this way? Did I go that way? Okay, so then we went this way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we came over here today. And then we went that way. And then we decided to drive on the wrong side of the road, but it'll be okay. Now we're driving on the correct side of the road. That goes up there and then comes back again. So I started posting a few videos the other day, maybe the day before yesterday, I think. And they may be repeats, they may not be. I don't know. But I'm like, I want to get, I need to get them off my computer. So I just decided to post them just in case I haven't posted them before. And none of them are edited, but it'll still be great. Like, I wanted to try to edit stuff to where it was going to be an hour or less, or a half an hour or less. Something like that. And it doesn't really work that way. So, and today I'm gonna try to go in Dreamlight Valley so I can actually feed the critters and water the flowers. Okay, and then it goes this way. What? Okay, so it goes this way. I thought it was supposed to go around by... I thought it was supposed to go around by the, through the... Oh, I decided not to because, through the parking garage. I decided not to go through the parking garage because it was going to cause problems. Yeah, and then we go down here. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, and then we did a U-turn. That's why I don't have my shirt on, because I want to make sure. You know, I took a shower. I ought to smell like I took a shower when I get there. You didn't... Well, you got no reason to... Huh? Do you want me to pound the air conditioner? Wow, he wants me to pound the air conditioner. Okay. Yeah, so in... Yeah, I think in this book that I'm working on right now, Lessons in Love, Sean always likes parking his truck right here. Second one in from the corner. So, you know, like if somebody goes and cuts the corner, they're not going to crash into his truck. And he has, you know, like say Jesse park here and Jonah park here and Zach park here or something like that. I don't think that's how it went, but you know, whatever. Something like that. And you know, the guys that can drive, you know, parking in those spots. So because somebody is messing with this truck. They're, you know, slashing the tires. We'll say that's a tire. I usually make the tires out of coal. Oh, I think I didn't have enough room to get it at the time. But anyway, so, you know, they're slashing the tires, they're messing with the windows, you know, breaking them, putting a brand on the truck just above the truck symbol. You know, if it was a Dodge, because that's what I based it on. If it was a Dodge, you know, it would say Dodge right here, and then the symbol would be, you know, like right there. So then it's going to go down here. It's going to go into the military base. And we're not going to follow the whole thing. but it comes back out here, and is that's the hospital. Anyway, that's going to come down here. This is going to be a long fireworks display. A very long one. And normally it goes into Subway, but it doesn't really make sense to have it go into Subway. Makes more sense to have it just go straight. Oh, well, there's one good reason why we can't have it go into Subway right now. Because we don't have the redstone block to do it. Oh, he needs to go see the kitty doctor. Although it wasn't really his fault. Ben, he got into a sneezy fit. I just want to make sure he's okay because of his age. So Ben is an older kitty, but he's not so old that he he's 12. Yeah, because she was gonna be 14. I couldn't believe that when I was saying he was gonna be 12. I mean that he was 12. And then I'm like, she was gonna be 14 this year. Oh my goodness. Okay. So anyway, yeah, because Ben turned 12 in January. Sam turned 10 in May. And then Coral would have been 14 in August if she would have made it that far, and she didn't. So, for us, that was like losing one of our kids, they're not just pets to us, they're our babies. So, at first I thought, let's do the Grand Circle tour. I think that's how they say it at Disneyland. And I like the idea. I really like the idea. Oh, did I? Oh, well, it's not going to matter anyway. So there's water under there because, it's a bridge. And I think I filled it in over there, but it's not going to matter because we're not going to go in the water. Other people can make it go in the water, but last time I tried, it just made it go away again. So I guess that's the thing you can do on computer now, and you can't do on Xbox, which is okay. I don't like it so much, but it's okay. There. That's better. Anyway, I'm gonna fix it, as soon as I get the redstone block back. But then we're gonna go over here. And I don't know how we're going to do this, but I want to have like an awesome display on the beach. But like I said, I have no idea how we're going to do it. Entrance. These are campsites at the lake. See, a campsite. That's a tent. If you disagree with me, just try to go with it. See, the thing is, I want this to like light off all at the same time, but it doesn't work quite right because, because like you get to this point and you change this one to go off, but then it goes off right there and you don't have time to look up before it goes off. So I don't know. I want to figure something out. Anyway, then we're going to go this way. Oh, and you will notice the very small sign that says no U-turns. That would probably be an oak or a spruce color instead, but... So was your dad going too? We kind of forgot to ask him. I don't know. For all we know, it could be the job fair of waitressing, which I cannot do with that dessert cart. Well, okay. Anyway, that is part of the college. I reimagined it a little bit because I reimagined it a little bit because I don't think it actually has 2 stories at that point. But I was like, it needs to be 2 stories. Is there stairs over here? Yeah, there's stairs. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that you could actually get up to the 2nd floor because some people go and, build their build and then you can't even get up to the 2nd floor. And this is based on Lake Tahoe Community College. That is the there was sewing in that room, in that section. There was music, arts building. Okay, they call it the arts building. Anyway, and then next to that is going to be the theater, where they didn't really have a stage. It was just like a big concrete area, but it looked nice, and they had bleacher seats, for the audience and stuff like that. So, they were doing what they call the PAL show. You come up with a skit, or maybe you're singing, or maybe you're dancing, something like that. It's like a talent show. And all the classes had to come up with something. So we always came up with a really awesome sword fight for the fencing club. And the first year, I wasn't enrolled yet. I was pregnant with our son. I wasn't enrolled yet, and we ended up pretending that I was Barbara or whatever the person's name was, and but then they caught on and still let me be in it. But the thing that I needed to do, and it kind of sucked. The thing that I needed to do was just take out the tray, put the put the glasses in front of everybody, and put a bowl of a bowl that we were pretending was peanuts out, and then leave the room. That's all I had to do. And the tray that we were using was too heavy for me to lift. I should not have been lifting it, but our son is just fine. But he had, he's had, he's had that kind of experience a few times in his life. He writes his own music. It's like instrumental, like John Williams for Harry Potter movies. That kind of music, I think. I don't know if it comes with words. I have no idea. But he does that. But when he was, like I said, when he was preborn, he was in that PAL show. And when he was a little bit older, and I wish I still had the video of it, when he was like, I don't know, I want to say he was sitting up age, I know that, so I want to say he was only like 8 months old, something like that, and he looked at the piano, and he was, like most kids, they like going pounding on the keys and stuff, and I remember him playing something that actually sounded pretty. It sounded nice. He was not pounding on the keys. He was actually pressing them and figuring out what sounded good and, being a piano prodigy. So it did not surprise me when, we may take out these trees. Or at least, scale them back with barrier blocks because they're a little bit in the way. But the fireworks should probably be right here in the middle. Right here in the middle instead of being on the sides like that. I don't know if we're going to take out the trees, but hopefully we won't have to because it's supposed to look like a mountain road. Like a foresty mountain road, like if you're driving from South Lake Tahoe to Sacramento or in California, or driving from Sacramento to Lake Tahoe to go skiing, Anyway, we're going to end up going over here and going right back out again. That is Bear Cave. Okay, let's follow the road back out because I already feel like I'm lost. Lost. So one of the YouTubers I watch is Brianna Plays, and she goes on I think it's Roblox, something. Anyway, some game, and well, actually, I'm not even sure it's a game, but anyway, um, it's got these people, and it's like a world without noses, and then like nobody's sneezing ever, or a world without end. It says, so like you got the Scooby Doo hallway. Um, a world without grown-ups, a world without babies, something like that. And yeah, so then we're gonna go over here. That is the pirate store. And if you see it from the side, this kind of didn't come out the way I wanted it to. It wasn't supposed to come out that way. Anyway, if you look at it this way, it is a pirate ship shape. That is the bar in the next town over. That's all I ever call this thing is, yeah, see? The bar in the next town over. And, it's like mostly dark. And then, like, right here, there was, a bunch of tables, not put together as one big table, but, spread out. But you can tell that, all the people are together, and that part is, like, super bright. Not like a Dream Snap on Dreamlight Valley, where it's that kind of super bright. It's just that, that's like where all the light is. Be nice to each other. No, you two were being nice to each other. You were grooming each other, and that's good. But I want to make sure that you're going to stay that way. Because I don't know what was going on, but they were chasing each other down the stairs earlier. My two black kitty cats. I'm just saying if I had two orange cats, I would have said two orange cats, or two calico cats. I would have said two calico cats. I'm just trying not to, I'm trying to make sure that everybody knows that I'm not being like racist or something like that, because people get so offended. People get offended at the weirdest things lately, and it's like, what is up with that? Anyway, and then we're gonna come back over here. Anyway, they were chasing each other down the stairs earlier, and all of a sudden, I'm pretty sure it was Sam, was complaining, like Ben had forgotten himself and bit his brother, which he usually doesn't do. It's usually nicer than that. But they were having fun, so. But it did stop them, and then Ben had a sneezing fit, and I was like, I don't know about that. But it might be like my throat, just weather change, Anyway, and then it's gonna come here and go in there. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, we're fine. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. The original quote is I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine on the movie Toys. And Joan Cusack said it because she is playing Robin Williams' sister in the movie Toys, and she is actually in Alstacia. Her name is Alstacia, and she's a robot. And I don't remember what happened, but something happened, and I think she got hit with a war toy bomb, and so her body was over there and her head was over there. It was kind of like the Scarecrow on The Wizard of Oz, you know. So what I was gonna try to do is weed these back through the way that they came, but I think that might be too much. I think the way that we have it is fine. But I did want to, weed it back through the neighborhoods. I don't know if I can do that. Anyway, I don't know if we said it, but we are going to a job fair today. Job fairs around here usually consist of stuff that we cannot do, or stuff that my husband can do and I can't. I never find anything that I know I can do. Like, there's never a job for a dang good cashier, you know? There's not a job for... Well, I'm sure there is a job for that, actually. Editing other people's stuff. I'm not saying I'm perfect, because every once in a while I do find that YOU''RE got substituted as YOUR, or vice versa. And it's like, I know for a fact that I consciously thought about that before I did it, and it still turned out the wrong way. So it's like, how does that happen? And I do have autocorrect on, so. But I don't know. I think you turned it off. Did I? Alright. He thinks I turned off autocorrect on my phone, and I think I did. I have no idea. If you're wondering what the heck I'm doing, A, I'm showing you the trail that we're following, and B, more importantly, I'm trying to figure out where the heck we were. Okay. Excuse me. Well, I've got to stop in an hour. I was only going to do this until 10 o'clock, and then go on one of the other files and do something there. You know what? Somebody subscribed to me yesterday, so... No! Oh, okay, I get it. That might work. I think I need to fix it, but it might work. What? You know, I could have done that. I could have ran through it and... You know, but I want to save something for the real main event, you know. So, there's been parts of this build that I'm like, what the heck is going on? I did not know how to fix whatever the problem was, and I finally figured it out, and I'm happier, you know. Yeah, we'll just stay up here. Oh, and I've got... Okay, so we got the dispenser, and then we got that, and then 50. Well, 51, because that is 50, and then I put 51 there. And then I wire it up, and I've been going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the repeaters. And, you know, I just err on the... What? Okay. Err on the side of ridiculousness with the repeaters just because they won't go off the way I want them to if I don't. Oh, we did get far. Wow. And I've got it always on night because, you know, the fireworks look best at night. And every single one of these have fireworks in them. And if they don't go off when I do go down the road, then I go and fix it. And I'll have to check that out later. Okay, so eventually we'll get there. Okay, I was going to say eventually we'll get to the corner. And then we went down Birch Street. Oh, we're coming up the street with behind the church. Okay. Yeah, that's something I got to remember to do is on a certain street. I got to figure out what trees are supposed to go down that street and put the church in. Like I said, this time I may build it different. I think that was the problem, is that it didn't have... You know what? It doesn't have any room for parking. Why? No. No. There's nothing wrong with this except for that it's going to be hard to take them out, though. No, there's nothing wrong with it except for that it decided to power itself. That is so weird. Anyway, we're going to get to the other side over there. So, if you haven't driven over the thing and your repeaters and stuff are lit up, there's something wrong. And it could just be that you need to pick up the repeater and okay. It could be that you just need to pick up the repeater and put it back down again. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna do that. Why? No, I need this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Let's double check that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay, yeah, perfect. What number are we trying to come up with? And that says 4. That says 3. So we're coming up with 5. And please do not go around saying Pirate said that 4 plus 3 is 5, because no, I did not. Okay, so there was a noise outside and I have no idea what it was, but it was a neighbor doing something, I think. But yesterday, or okay, actually this starts before yesterday. Usually the mail lady has been delivering our mail at 11 something. And yesterday, I don't know what the heck happened, but our mail didn't get here until 4 something. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Husband says it was probably a substitute driver, and I'm thinking, yeah. Anyway, I love the mail lady because she brings it at 11 something. So, like, if my husband's bank card came today, we would be getting it in about an hour. It would be awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was doing this every 10, and then 10 didn't work, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So as much as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As much as people tell you it can go 15, yeah, it can go 15, but it doesn't always work. These are all full, right? Yeah. What color should I use? Gray and black and light gray and brown. Not the best colors in the world. I tried to put in dark colors with bright colors because then then it doesn't look so dark. Still trying to come up with that grand finale at the end, though. That was smart. Okay, there we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then we had brown. So white. Orange. Red. Blue. Okay. White. Orange. Red. Blue. And purple. Okay, and then it's like we didn't even like that movie. I mean, we liked that movie, but we didn't like it enough to buy it yet. You know, it wasn't one of those like Beauty and the Beast where you have to have it now. Um, and that just reminded me of that scene. It was a weird scene too in the live action with Emma Watson playing Belle, and I liked that one. I, I I liked it a lot, but it's not one of those that you watch like all the time. But there was this one scene where like the castle is crumbling because uh because you know Beast hasn't fallen in love yet. I think that was the thing, is Beast hasn't fallen in love yet. He still thinks that maybe she's not gonna like him just because he's a beast, and this guy's got to get a job. Oh my gosh. He spends most of his time sleeping. Whatever. No, I take naps when it's desperately needed. I do not take, I don't take naps most of the time. I'm just, I'm not one of those nap people. Like, my mom had to go and put on certain movies to make sure I would take a nap when I was a kid. No, she knew if she put me in the bedroom, then I would, I would probably play with my toys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. And we had 5 there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so this one would be 6. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 6 fits perfect. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what? I just realized I have not been watching the... Wow. YouTube. I guess he's dancing to the music. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And one of the dance moves was like a backwards flip or a forwards flip, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So I take out the sea lanterns so it doesn't take away from the show. And I've never known how to use these, by the way. Technically, that one wouldn't go in there, but okay. Yeah, I was doing them in order, but then I was like, green, lime, and they don't necessarily, it shouldn't be like a green thing and then a green thing. So we'll have to do green in this next one. I don't think we need in all of that, but anyway. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. That wasn't your mom and the phone cut out? Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Honey, it's at 11:30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I've decided 7 is too hard to do, even though I gotta figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out. I've gotta figure it out. 7 is too hard to do, really, but if we do it just right, then I can get the whole rainbow in there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven. Doesn't quite work though because you can't do it. Yeah, I need a slab. Where did I put it? Oh, I know where I put it. Okay, so he does have a point there that we are going to the job fair and it takes time for me to do certain things. There. That will remind me. Yeah, but I need to get back to the spot that I was because otherwise I'm going to be like, what the heck was I doing? But I gotta get that slab first. Trade it out for the stuff that we don't need. Excuse me. I think my stomach's rudely saying, feed me. Okay, so then we can go and there. Now, let's find where we were. So, most of this works perfectly fine. That looks really nice during the day. At least I think it does. Oh no, there's a wall. It's supposed to be windows, but it didn't work out because you could see inside. And it's a club. Yeah, it's a club. It's like I knew what you call it. It's just I wasn't, I was like arguing with myself. Is that what you call it? Is that what you call it? And then I'm like, yeah, duh, that's what you call it. Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna look a little stupid because the rest of the sidewalk has the rest of the sidewalk has it the way that it is, but hopefully this will be okay. I mean, it looks better than... Oh, good. See, it goes down the thing and goes over here. Isn't that awesome? I love it. Okay, so... Oh, I'm gonna... I just want to fill this up with fireworks, and then apparently I've got to get off. You gonna get off? Because I still don't think that we need to be getting ready an hour beforehand. but it does take me, time. Oh, and I gotta pack my purse. I don't usually take my purse, but once a month I do. If you know, you know, and if you don't know, you're probably too young or totally forgot about. Oh, or male. Yeah, that was something yesterday too. It said that a lot of people that watch me are male, and I'm like, okay, that's that's different. And I thought it would be mostly female because seriously, I thought most of it would be female because that's what I am, but apparently not. That's okay. I'm fine with that. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so how close are we now? I don't think we're very close. No, we're not very close at all. It's taken entirely too long to get to the other end. But it'll feel really nice when I'm anyway, it'll look really nice when we're done and like specifically when we're past this part. Okay, so we're getting there. We can say we're getting there. It did take entirely too long, but when we get done with this street, then we can go around the corner, and then we'll be going down the main street of town and get all that done. And I want to get that 50-yard line figured out. Fireworks galore. I could, okay, so what I could do is I could branch it off on both sides, but that doesn't always work. It does not always work. I am hoping that it's gonna work the way I want it to right now. Only problem is, what if it doesn't line up the way I want it to? Okay, so I think I'm done dawdling. We will, I think I'll test this off stream and make sure it works, and then, I'm gonna have to go through here and fill them all up again just to make sure it works better when they're full. What is he doing? So he was trying to open the door, and the closet door. I used to like playing in our closet when I was a kid. Anyway, he was like trying to open the closet door, and then he was doing something that looked like he was growling, like roar, It was so cute. Anyway, okay, so please go on Amazon and check out my books. Typing in Tina Rash books does not seem to be working anymore, unfortunately, but Well, typing in Tina Rash books got me, after I scrolled down a little bit, it got me Pirate's Daughter. But my husband's got a Patreon, so it's Darth Caesar 0 bleh, Darth Caesar 00. DARTH, so like Darth Vader, Darth, and then Caesar, like Julius Caesar, CAESAR, all one word. So DATHCAESAR, and 00, all connected together, and it's $3 for the Patreon, but it does have a list of all of my pirate books. And my books are, I think I fixed the titles. I'm not entirely sure because the ones I'm looking at right now just say, 2 of them just say their title. But they're supposed to say The Rolling Sea, Beginnings, Book 1, Pirate's Daughter, The Rolling Sea, Book 2, Beginnings, Book 2, Misfortune, The Rolling Sea, Beginnings, Book 3, Hard Times, and then The Rolling Sea, Traitor, Book 1, Esperanza's Party, and The Rolling Sea, Traitor, Book 2, The Island. That's what they're supposed to say. Or they may just say Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, Hard Times, Esperanza's Party, The Island. I'm not sure which. My Twitch has a direct link to his Patreon page and to Adopted Coral. Because he said that Adopted Coral wasn't in the list, and I was like, well, it's got to be in the list. So I put it on my Twitch as a suggested site or whatever. I don't know. I couldn't find it after I did it, so. I am tech savvy, but there are some things that I can't even remember how to do, so, yeah. And I'm not as good as my husband on some things where, he can look at it and go, oh, do this, and da-da. And it'll be all good. And I'm like, how did you do that? Anyway, so if you're watching me on Twitch right now, it doesn't look like anybody is, but if you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. I need 5 chatters, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, because it says, for goals, it says follower goal is 110, and I have 5. I have 5 whole followers. Please follow me. I had 110 on my original channel, and then they locked me out, and starting over again, pretty much. It keeps saying, yeah, I have actually. Keeps saying I'm locked out. Anyway, because when you open it up, it says you don't have access to this, and then you go back to my Twitch, and it opens up just fine, but on Pirate Author 23 instead of just Pirate Author, so I don't get it. Anyway, if you're watching me on YouTube right now, please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe on YouTube, so please help me out. And yeah, because I need what did I say, 14 or 15 more people, and I'll have my 500, so I can get, it specifically said that I could make money when people skip ads. I didn't think that sounded quite right, but we're gonna go with it. And then and then if I can get 1,000 followers, I get um I can get money from that too. And like I said, I want to be able to take this money and not just, pay the household bills with it, but I want to also be able to give to the community by, um, getting fresh food in the food bank. Um, Maybe donating some cakes every once in a while too, because just because you're poor does not mean that you don't deserve cake and donuts. There was a time when I figured that, cake and donuts were too expensive, so that's why I bring this up. And then, the food bank, at least once a month, they have cakes and cookies and donuts, and then that makes you feel really good, like life's worth living, and you can go on and you will get to that point where you own a house and you can afford to keep it. You'll feel like that, and then it'll actually happen. But also, I want to make some kids' Christmas totally freaking awesome. And, I just need to get to that monetization point. And, I like doing the angel tree at Walmart, and I would love to donate to Toys for Tots, because, like, maybe that parent couldn't get into do the angel tree, or didn't want to, like, give, felt like they were given too much information to put in for the angel tree. But, they'll get those toys anyway from Toys for Tots. I would love to be able to, I think one year there was a thing where you donate money and people get a awesome Thanksgiving dinner instead of, like cold beans and rice. I mean, maybe you like cold beans and rice for Thanksgiving. I don't know, but like you, I'm pretty sure there was a program one year where you got the turkey and the stuffing and all that fun stuff. But also I would like to find a great way to donate to cancer research, because Mama kicked its butt. Grandma kicked its butt. I'm hoping to God I don't get it. But there's people that kicked its butt, and then there's people that are like battling against kicking its butt, because my poor Uncle Jimmy, he's got, he'll like have cancer. They'll say he kicked its butt, and then it comes back again. It's like nah 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 nah, And I think Aunt Mickey said that she's got some kind of cancer too, and I feel really bad, but I'm like, who's next? Because, we lost my mom's dad, so my last grandpa, in December. And that didn't actually, like it was, he was my grandpa. And I had that feeling he's my grandpa. He's a step grandpa, but, he just felt like grandpa. But because of his age and because I knew that he had health problems, it was like better to give him to God than, try to keep him around. And, I kind of feel bad about that, because, like, I'm kind of okay with it because of his age and health problems. But, like when it was my mom's dad, I was like freaking out because that's my last blood related grandpa. I don't know. I feel like I feel bad because I wasn't more upset. But anyway, so we do got stuff to do today, and I've got to go upstairs and stuff like that. So yeah, please check out my books. I would love it if everyone would buy my books. And please follow and chat and like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. And I will see you in the next stream or video.